Again, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the break. We will be resuming Stephen's performance momentarily, I am assured. Obviously, I'll be lying if I said the first night went entirely as rehearsed. There were one or two minor snags that you may or may not have picked up on. But they're snags that you would expect to see in any production. Yeah, this certainly has been the worst first act Corley Johnson Society has seen by some stretch. But just last year, due to a casting error, Corley Johnson Society had to present Snow White and the 7 tall, broad gentlemen. Anyway.
No, I haven't seen someone.
Taylor!
She's still unconscious and we still can't find the door.
Taylor! Before we resume, one word of Health and Safety Administration. Can I please ask anyone who consumed any of the snacks at the intermission to please seek medical help immediately? Now, I present to you the concluding act of the murder at Haversham Manor.
This whole business is a disgrace. Now, let us remind ourselves of what we do know.
We know that Charles Haversham was found murdered here in his own private room tonight at his engagement party.
We know that his fiancée was involved in an affair with his brother Cecil. How can my sister behave in such a way?
Not now. We know that he too was murdered on the same eve in cold blood.
The only thing we don't know is who the murderer is.
The tension in this house is... The tension in this house is... It's tense.
Well, how do you feel now, Florence?
I'm good.
That's dreadful.
Oh, yes, dreadful. I want to die.
That's the spirit, Florence.
But now, Miss Collymore, I must ask you an important question. Where were you when the murder was committed?
On the floor with a mustache.
That makes perfect sense. So was I.
Kiss me 1,000 times, I'm yours.
Of course, Florence. That's what sisters are for.
This is a disaster, and it's already midnight.
Honeymoon, I must speak with you privately.
At once, Inspector.
I must speak with you, Mary.
Of course, Carter.
You're sitting comfortably?
Most comfortable, Inspector.
Before we speak, I must make sure that no one else is in the earshot.
No one else is here, Inspector!
Very well, Miss Honeymoon. I found the weapon that was used to kill Cecil Havisham
Good Lord, where was it?
in the library, lying on the table, with the muzzle warm and the barrel still smoking.
Someone murdered Cecil with this?
Yes.
But who?
I was hoping you'll be able to tell me that, Miss Honeymoon. After all, we are friends, aren't we?
I have no idea who killed Cecil. When I heard the gunshots, I was in the kitchen, fetching my sister some refreshments. Line? I don't know what page we're on! I want to know what page we're on.
Besides, why would I want to? Besides, why would I want?
Besides, why would I want to kill my oldest friend's younger brother?
Perhaps because you found out about his affair with Florence. We all know you're a jealous woman, Miss Honeymoon. Ruthlessly protective of your sister.
Protective? I approve of whatever makes my sister happy.
Don't play the fool with me, Mary. You shot Cecil Havisham in cold blood. You know that wasn't the plan. I must show you something, Mary. No doubt you find it interesting.
Well, what is it, Inspector?
A newly written will. Last will and testament. Only dated today. It appears Charles has changed the beneficiary.
Well, who has he? Well, who has? Well, who? Good Lord!
That's right.
He's leaving it all to Perkins?
The time has come to confront Perkins and tell him that we know what he has done. Let's go find him.